Hey guys, I'm Paco the Realtor. 16 years of experience, helped over 200 families buy and sell the American dream. I'm a local expert, I'm a professional, and I take care of my clients. I pride myself in educating my clients, and I'm also really sarcastic and a storyteller. So why don't you guys get to know me?
What's up, guys? All right, this is Paco the Realtor. We're talking about the home buying process, the good, the bad, and the ugly, what you need to know to not, what's the word I'm looking for here? What you need to know so you don't mess up when you buy your house, okay? There's a lot of fears out there. There's a lot of what's the first step, what's the last step, what's the second step. So I figure I'm just going to put it out there and tell you how you need to do this so you don't screw up, or better yet, to make your life just a little bit easier, because our life is already hard enough, right? All right, here's what it is. One, when you decide you're ready to buy, the first thing you need to do is not look at houses. It's get pre-qualified. What does that mean? It means somebody actually looks at your bank statements, check stubs, runs your credit, and gets pre-qualified. You need to know where you stand financially before you even start looking at what house you're going to buy or not buy, what neighborhood you're going to buy, or all that. Can you afford it first? So let's start with the basics. You speak with a loan officer, you meet in person, they give you a list. Normally you need driver's license, social security card, fill out a basic application, check stubs for 30 days, bank statements for 3 months. Okay? That's the basics. And your taxes, all the pages, not just the W-2s, all the pages. Your bank statements, not just the front page, all the pages. You get that over to them, they run your credit, they look at everything. First, if everything's good, they'll let you know right there and then. This is what you qualify based on your income. Remember, income dictates how much you can buy. And they take into consideration expenses, they take into consideration all of that stuff, okay? Including your new mortgage. That's part of the consideration. And you can't be really above 50% of the income. All right, so that's where you start. Get those numbers out. Then when they run your credit, that'll dictate your interest rate. Gotta know, am I in a 3%? Am I in a 3.5%? Am I in a 4%? Am I in a 4.5%? Find out. And guys, that is just the estimate for that day. Remember that rates change every day. Until you buy a house and lock it in, that's just the way it's going to go down. So please understand that. All right. So you meet with a loan officer. If you're ready to go, he tells you. If you're not, he tells you what you need to fix. And let's say you need to fix some credit, then no problem. Then I get you over to my credit guy, Carl, and then Carl in a few months tells you what you need to do, and you get it fixed. And then 3 months from now, we're having the same conversation about buying, but this time your FICO is higher, so now you could buy, right? You want at least a 620 FICO score. If it's below that, then you're going to take hits, but you got to make more money. So for all intents and purposes, we want at least a 620 FICO. All right, so let's keep it simple. So now, my lender told me how much I can buy, $400,000. He told me my rate's going to be 3.5, and my payment is X, Y, and Z. And that includes taxes, principal, interest, taxes, and insurance, PITI. Okay, includes everything. So now, now I have an idea. Perfect. So now you come to me and say, Paco, I could buy $400,000. Now we start dictating what neighborhood you can look at. Because remember, how much you qualify dictates where you can look. Maybe you want to buy in that $500,000 neighborhood, but you only qualify for $400,000. So now you're at $500,000. So now we know how much. Now we know where to look. What neighborhoods? Now we start researching. We gather that data. Then based on your requirements, 3 bedroom, 2 bath, square footage, lot size, big kitchen, small kitchen, pool, no pool, whatever. Once you give us that feedback, then we start looking. Okay? So loan. Now we start looking. I hear footsteps. And once we start looking, we now go look, we fall in love with a house, and we make an offer. Now, when you make an offer, it's exactly that, an offer that is not guaranteed you're going to get it. We keep looking until we get it. But here's the key. When you make an offer, you have to make a strong offer. You cannot be one of those, well, they're selling for $400, but I'm going to offer $375. It's not going to work, not in this market. So do me a favor. Don't do it. But that'll be us, the agents who should be guiding you in that. Okay? We good so far? Everybody good? Okay. So now we're making offers. Now an offer is accepted. Boom. Okay, congratulations, Mr. Client. They've accepted your offer for $400,000. We immediately, within 3 days, need to get an earnest money deposit. They range in price. Sometimes it's $3,000, sometimes it's $5,000, sometimes it's $10,000, depending on what you're buying. And we have to get it to escrow in 3 days. Okay? That is part of your closing costs. So if your total closing cost to buy a house is $20,000, down payment plus closing costs, that's part of it. So it's not extra. And now you go through it. Well, the seller has to get us disclosures. That tells us the good, the bad, the ugly about the house. You will do an inspection, and then the lender will send an appraisal. And once we get all that data over, now we can decide, what are we going to do? Are we going to keep the house? Are we going to move forward? Are we not? All right. So what's the moral of the story? It's a process that requires patience, and let us guide you. I don't want you making an offer on a house you can't afford, and I don't want you lowballing an offer on a house you really want, and then only to lose it, and then to call me up and be like, Paco, I'm desperate. What do I got to do to get it? Well, you shouldn't have messed around to begin with, right? So, in other words, listen to us. There's a lot of paperwork we got to review. That's okay. I'll explain that to you. But the biggest thing is know your numbers, know your numbers, know your numbers, and be realistic. There's no such thing as a perfect home. No such thing. There's only a such thing as the best home in that area in your price point. All right, guys? Hope this makes sense. Simple, to the point. Know your numbers. I'm not a loan officer, but I know 3 mortgage brokers I can have you meet with. That will take care of you, and they'll have one thing in common. They're honest, and they're going to tell you what you want to hear, what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. All right? I will do another video on special loan programs, but not this one. Have a good Friday, guys.
Hey guys, thanks for watching my video. Hope you love the content. Subscribe below or follow me on social media. Just type Paco the Realtor.